Man, it's like yin and yang up in this thing. Got up about 35 minutes ago before I got a shower, and there was not a cloud in the sky. November 9, 2024. Would you look at that? Now it's complete cloud cover. It's like 2 different mornings in one single day. How did this even happen? There wasn't even a cloud in the sky. I was so excited. Well, I'm not saying I'm not excited now. I'm still gonna go out to enjoy the fall weather. But man, it was so pretty with the bright sunshine coming through at about 8 o'clock. Shining through the leaves, illuminating everything with the bright light, with the yellows, the oranges. I wonder what happened to change it all. I wonder if it's going to change back. We got all day to find out. Let's get going. Check it out. We're gonna be jumping up in this thing today. Not all day, just a small portion of it. See if I can find some cool things. You already know what's up. Let's go ahead and get started. I don't know what I'm going to find today. I'm just out exploring. Not going to be in this portion that much. Hey, look. We have 1930s barbed wire. Yeah, I'm standing right next to this large tree right here. What you know about that? I just want to look around today to see if there's some cool things. Every time I come out in places like this, I never have enough time. Let's hope today's going to be the day. I don't have a lot of ground to cover out here in this part right here. Just wonder how many cool things right here. There's an old road that lines up here. I didn't know that from before. Gotta be careful though, it is hunting season. And just random people like to come out blasting in areas that's not even theirs. Beautiful. Imagine if the sunlight was coming through. Imagine how bright it would be then. I guess in many respects, it's kind of like the same. You got all the yellows up in here. A little bit of orange. Looking like sunlight coming through. Hey, there's coyote fur. Wonder what happened to that one. I'm standing right on top of it. You probably already saw a little bit of it. I didn't know what it was from a distance. It ain't deer. That's weird. It's like their skin was just ripped right off with the fur. Kind of reminds me of the ancient times. Yeah, there's this old road that comes at an angle out here. I just want to see if there's old school bottle dumps and stuff. It's an old road that dates back to, at least 1910. Got some nice old oak trees up in here too. Sounds like somebody's got some roosters up in here somewhere. And some dogs. I hope it's not going to be all about me today. Them watching us out here. I'm looking around. Hear the sounds of, not really suburbia, but I guess you can say so. Cars going by on the main road. Dogs barking. Blowers running. It's almost like it's the farming days out here. Too close for comfort. Where's the old school stuff for real? We don't have that long to be out here though. I mean the entire location. Once I move to another location, who knows, I might stick around out here. I'm looking for old home sites and everything else. Hey, there's a fence right here. Am I on the right side or the wrong side, ancient tree of life? A lot of old trees out here so far. That's a good sign. Maybe it's a good sign that they're blasting their music because they can't hear us. Hear us talking, whatever. You know, say, Da Vinci, what you up to out there? I'm just looking, guys. I'm just looking. Perfect day to explore. Oh, it's modern. I thought it was a hubcap from like 1943. It's top of a plastic bucket. Hope I find some magical things today. That is, if it's still out here, you know. Old school tire. Beautiful place. Heck, I say that everywhere I go. That's what it seems like. What's under here? Is there gonna be some old school crock from 1809, 1744? Nata. Where do all these rocks come from though? These bubble wrap quartz rocks. Kind of like the ones that I always found down at the old home site. My grandpa's place, deep out in the woods when I was exploring. Out there in the fields of time, in the creeks and all. Same kind of rocks. Beautiful. Things are still wet. I think it might have rained a little bit yesterday, maybe last night. Is that the beaten path? No, it's down there. I'm trying to find that old road. There's another one right over here that splits off. And it's an olden one too. That's where we might find the bottle dumps, right off the old road, you know. I mean, that's one thing about places like this time of year, you know. The fall weather, the falling leaves, the falling pine straw, the kindling, what I call the kindling. In many situations like this, in this scenario, people really don't understand when it comes to the balance of nature, on how delicate it really is. I mean, I had a thought about this a while back, trekking through the woods and just walking over leaves and stuff like that when it was extremely dry outside. Hearing the crunch of the leaves, it was like I was walking on paper. Very flammable paper, you know? how flammable it is out here. It always made me wonder the delicacy of it, you know, how delicate it is. All it takes is one little tiny thing to start a humongous blaze out here. Imagine how many forest fires that don't even exist, but the ones that are started by nature itself, you know. I mean, imagine if a tree were to fall over. Now think about this. I thought about this too. Like a deer coming through here, like a bear, a coyote, whatever. And they flip over a rock. And it scrapes against another one, causing a spark, you know? And it catches a leaf on fire. And off it goes. I mean, imagine anything else. A tree falling, kicking up some rocks, flipping it up, and they come in contact with a bunch of other rocks, making a spark, causing a flame to develop. How scary it is to think about that kind of, you know, delicacy. How delicate it is out here, the balance of it. How flammable it can be. But it never, ever, ever, ever catches on fire. Thank the Lord for that. Now you know what heaven is. That is until it catches on fire. But that's because of nature's own doing, mostly. Not all the time, but mostly. Hell is when it burns, and it's heaven when it doesn't. So far, nothing. I'm looking for something that stands out in a different way, you know, a different kind of light. Not just the trees of life. Heck, I don't even know what I'm looking for. I'm just I'm just exploring in a spot that I haven't explored in before. Thoroughly, that is. I'm just covering a different side of it. Well, seems that the old road is just modern. Dang it. Means no old bottle dumps. No old home sites on this side, I don't think. I'm hiding behind a tree. Kind of. Look how thin this tree is right here. Man, you guys crazy. Well, somebody just came by on a four-wheeler. I don't think they saw me, though. I didn't realize how close I was to the road. And then there was a truck behind them. I guess they were together, I don't know. And they were going at a snail's pace. And then this one vehicle over there, they came down about 2 minutes ago. And I think they might have seen me. And then they circled back around, came back, and they backed up on this little side road. Hold on. Where are these cars coming from? This road dead ends. This road like dead ends like right up here. It's like these vehicles are coming out of nowhere Look, they're still backing up. I think they're trying to get an idea of what I'm doing. Yeah, I don't know about this. Another black car just passed. Well, another vehicle. Let's just not call it a black car, even though that's what it was. And they practically like stopped right up in here. It was almost like they were guided to look in the woods. And they saw me. Weird how they just stopped like right where I was though. Man, they got some things out here. Probably washed out from the road. That's exactly what it is. Heck is that for? Now I'm gonna have to look out for the senior citizen with the dog. And for the cars out here. You're gonna say, why don't you just get away from the road? I'm trying to. You got the old man up here. Let's not call them old. Let's just call them, whatever. I see something. Looks like a piece of metal. Oh, it's one of those old school farming tin things. Up there next to us. What the heck is this thing right here? See, this is what I came out for today. Even though it's not important. What is that? Some kind of Bunsen burner thing? Comes another car. Let's go take a look at this farming tin thing over here, this farming container. It's like the third one I found. This one's all bent up. This is more of a modern one though. Yeah, this is like the fourth one I've ever discovered. Unfortunately, this one's battered and beat down. Good find for today. Exactly what I was, not really hoping to find. It was just what I was thinking I was going to find. Good find indeed. There's more stuff out here. Hey, it's a friend. It's a deer. What you know is out here that I don't know about? They're gonna say everything. This had to be an old homicide. There's like a little mound right here. Well, it's not little, it's just like, it's higher than everything else out here, and then there's a bunch of field grass right here. I guess they had some kind of old farm out here. I saw something else, hold on. Oh yeah, you got the little property fence separators. Let me see if I can find something else. I thought I saw something. Oh, there it is right here. Hey, hold on. Got a pile of rocks. Is that concrete? No, that's rocks. Not part of a foundation. Yeah, this had to be some kind of cool spot. Long time ago. Looks like they left behind an old washer machine. I think there's more stuff. I see more stuff over there too. You're gonna say go up on the incline. I will in a second. I want to take a look at this thing. Old school for real. Oh, that thing's probably from the 60s. Look how small that thing is, the opening. Man, we come a long way for real. Looks like this might be the dumping ground we're looking for. But there's definitely not a lot, I don't think. We're about to find out even more. Cool find for today. Metal is nature. You're going to say look for a date? You need to be looking for the old oak tree that's 209 years old. Who knows what's under these leaves? Probably old beer bottles from 1982. Let's see how artistic this thing is. If it's sculptural or not. Oh yeah, sculptural, all right. Look at that. Look at that thing. Dang, it's even better on this side. Man, would you look at that thing? All you gotta do is just spray paint it a different color. Be careful not to cut yourself. Dang, that thing's tight. You're gonna say, you know how many asses have sat on that? What, back in the 1960s? Man. Anything can always be cleaned, if you know what I mean. Man, look at that thing. I don't know if I should recover this thing or not. Look at that. It's a wall piece. It's flat on one side, which means it can go like this, or it can stand up. You paint it after you clean it, and then you just coat the edges, the breakage. You just paint it a different color, so the geometry stand out. Look at that top, man. All right, let me think about that. No one ever thinks Da Vinci style, man. No one's ever gonna come out here and collect that thing. They never will. It's almost like that's my job, to find the art within nature. Oh, there we go. Like I was talking about. But that one's not glass. Where's the old pile of bricks from the house that dates back to 1909? You're going to say these are just dumping grounds. That's it. That's exactly what it is. Old dumping grounds. From back in the 70s. But they didn't dump a lot. You know the Coke bottles aren't going to be out. Never mind, they are. I need to open up my eyes and wake up, fellas. I was just about to say, wonder where the Coke bottles are. People come in all the time, man. That's why it's sitting like that. Because someone else found it. Probably a month ago. Crazy, man. I didn't even know this stuff was going to be out here. Hey, there's more glass. It looks like this might have been a kind of dump that I see some Fire King jadeite, go figure. Yeah, this might have been the kind of dumping spot before garbage bags, before plastic garbage bags. This looks like extremely 60s. I don't even know if plastic garbage bags existed back then. The same old stuff, man. Same old stuff. Go figure. It's from the 50s and 60s, man. Pond's jar. Even got the embossed name on the bottom of it. You don't say, get back to us when you find something major and not broken. Oh, there's an insulator. Hold on. And there's a bottle dump right here. Part of it. Of course, the dang Coke bottle is going to be busted. Go figure. I'm seeing things sticking up out of the ground. Is that one of those brown insulators? I know my stuff, man. Or is that just burned glass that has dirt inside of it? Man, I'm crawling today, man. Crawling. The things I do. If that's plastic, I'm going to crap my drawers and just, give up. Hey, it's glass. It's an orange juice container. Look at that. Oh, sorry, little guy. My bad. Let's just mark that down as orange juice container. And I left my container behind us. Let's go back over here. See what's in this pile over here. You always got to take it as a sign from nature when they had the line work blocking you off. Like it's some kind of crime scene. You know, crime against nature. We're coming through like the investigator to record it all. Got anything worth recovering out here besides the toilet bowl shard? You're gonna say, look at that. Well, that's busted too. Oh, dang it, man. Of course. It's more than just Fire King Jadeite. It's a busted bowl. Fire King Jadeite bowl. Is that a drinking glass? Yeah, everything's popped out here. Man, imagine if that thing was intact. Would you look at that thing? Old school glass. There's the stem of it right there. Man, that's vintage. All this is vintage. Got some burnt plastic. This might be the only thing I'm gonna add to the pocket from the stash, and you already know why. Man, dangerous, man. These little ones out here gonna be stepping on this, man. Uh-oh, plastic, that ain't good. Man, look at this. Look at what nature has to step on. I'm not talking about, well, humans are nature too, man. Imagine kids like me coming out here. Dang. Would have been the largest one I would have ever found if it was intact. I think that's going to be it for the bottles. I don't see anything else that's like sticking up. At least I knew it was going to be out here, though. Looks like we might have a plate. Probably part of the toilet again. Any figurines from 1933. What does that say on it? Modern. Sale reuse is prohibited. Full 1/2. Something. 60-52. That means it was made in 52, I think. Now you know deep down inside there's going to be that one thing that is fully intact that we'll never see. I'm talking about like worth recovering. I'm not talking about like the junk. There's going to be that one figurine that we're never going to find, that one salt and pepper shaker, or just a salt shaker. Keep it moving. Nothing yet at the moment. I'm still having a blast though. Ain't nothing like covering an area you haven't covered before. Making semi-interesting discoveries, you know. What else is gonna be out here? You know, the other day I just got this idea about myself. You know, we're always going to be trying to find ourselves within our hobbies, or whenever we do certain things. It's almost like we're always in search for ourselves, you know, to find ourselves. And I was thinking, it seems like I might have an addiction of collecting. It seems like I don't feel like fulfilled within my soul unless I collect at least one item everywhere I go, like that one memento for my travels. It seems like I'm always looking for it. Seems like we're getting to another exposed zone up in here. You got the pine zone where the pine trees are falling down, creating more light out here for people to see us. There's nothing to hide behind. Oh, there's something else right here. Hold on. Oh, it's a dang grocery cart, dang it. Man, it's probably vintage though. Look at how they archerized the crap out of the front of it. Nature, the time itself out here. Laws of nature, creating their own art. Look at that, that's the vintage style. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Did I just make a humongous discovery right here? I just got finished talking about collecting, you know, mementos for my travels, and you're looking right at it. The 18, the tag on it. Let me set the jug down. Look at that thing. I know what you're asking. Why is that so significant? All the tags that I collected just like that in those urban creeks, those city creeks, I have 4 in my collection. I thought they were license plate identifiers for police motorcycles. They're not. They're vintage plates for old grocery carts. That's exactly what they are. 5 years after making those recoveries in those creeks, those beat down old plates, I thought they were motorcycle license plates. Motorcycle number 18 from 1944. Call him up, get him on the job real quick. But instead, it's nothing more than a plate for a grocery cart. You talk about making a discovery. Now I know. And this is going to lead into something else I'm about to talk about. Let me lean this thing up, make it more artistic. You're going to say it's more artistic like that. You're right. Let's leave it. Check this out. Found out the owner of it. Big Star. Would you look at that? I think that's the grocery store. I'm not really sure. Look at the date on that. Just kidding. It's not a date. It's just an identifier, like a serial number. 2027. And 1173 at the end of it. Wonder if 1173 has any kind of significance. I bet it does. Good find for today. Now I know, for real, what those little plates are. Like I tell you, when you go out exploring, you don't ever know what you're going to come across. There's always a lot of knowledge out here. And you got to put the pieces together. You got to find them. So you get a full understanding about the full knowledge out here when it comes to your life. What is that supposed to mean? Seems like we might have another little zone up in here. Maybe not. Animals do it too. Thought I saw something. Hope they don't chase us down. Dang, bro. I don't know if they're barking at me or the deer. You're gonna say they're probably barking at the deer. heck do I get myself into trying to find cool discoveries? I mean, we're already at the end up in this thing. I can't go any further. It's like we've had some bulldozing out here with a skid steer, whatever you call those things. Up, here we go. You always got to find one of these things deep out in the woods, man. Anything that's from like the 60s, the 50s, whatever, there's always going to be that one Old Spice bottle. You're going to say because it's extremely popular back in the day, man. Always got to, that one doesn't have anything in it. Always like coming across the ones that still have something in it, Old Spice. Always find one of these in places like this. Look, an old floor mat. Maybe it's for the kitchen. Oh, my bad, little worm. That's a cool looking art piece. Can't take it now. What am I going to do? Hide it in the shirt? More old school appliances. Man, dang it. Oh, it's the old road. Another one. You got the trail right here. The dip downs. You're going to say that's where you need to follow. And I see an orange ribbon on a tree. Probably dates back to like the 90s. It looks really faded. Oh, there's another one of those farming containers. But man, I'm wide out in the open, man. See, here's the old road right here. Another one. I see some glass. I see a lot of things. Why am I always whispering? Because my voice is burned out. Because of the pandemic crap. See, I don't know if someone drove up here or people drove up here in the past and dumped their stuff or if they drove down. It's yin and yang up in this thing. Yep, there goes the old screen, the ripped up screen right here. Better keep a lookout. All right, there's nothing much to see here. It just goes down a hill and then back up, so I don't see anything else. It's all going to be behind us. Hold up, wait a minute. Hold up. I think I see something. It's green and it looks intact. No, the top is busted off. Dang it. You're going to say, don't give up now. There might be more out there. When you see that green, it's time to get excited. Oh, it's Wilson. Older one, but still, man. Good find, nonetheless. There's that old school farming container. Man, I'm being challenged like you'll never believe out here. I mean, there's an old school chrome headlight from a car right here. A car hood up in here. I know, it's just old school dumping grounds. Another one. Every step I take, due to my curiosities, trying to find cool things. Oh, look at all these farming containers, man. You got that one with the bottom rusted out. That just makes me want to go back to those other spots and get the fully intact ones that I've discovered in the past couple of years. No, I still haven't gotten those things. Look how big they are. You know how much space that's going to take up in the studio, in the Da Vinci pad itself, man? Old chrome bumper right here. Probably from a vehicle, 1950s. More old school farming stuff right here. Oh, would you look at that one? Galvanized steel piece right up in here. Probably got the bottom hollowed out. And it does. You're talking about throwing some red flags. I'm trying to stay quiet out here, but then clink metal together for all to hear us. Yeah, this is nothing but a bulldoze pile right up in here. Man, look, we're wide open, man. Another item, quite the shame. Oh, never mind. I thought that was the bottom of a vase from 1932. I know, laugh. You're gonna say, Da Vinci, you think everything is something. Because it is. Everything is something. And you should always be looking for it. Man, there's a lot of glass up in here. It's all in one pile, though. Oh, it's one of those things. This might be my memento for my travels. Fully intact. Good find. No top, that's all right. Man, look at us, we're right in the sunlight too, for all to see. Oh, that's a buster, I know. Mid-century modern light thing. Light globe. See those in the antique stores all the time. And the same pattern too. Oh crap. I don't mean that in a bad way, it's just there's more bottles over here, but it's closer to the fence. Guys, what should I do? Should I go any closer? I mean, look at all the glass bottles over there. You're gonna say if you see green, you need to go over there. If you don't see any green, just let it be. Yeah, needless to say, I didn't go over there. I mean, we're wide open. These people do some prime landscaping out here. They don't leave any kind of privacy buffer against the fence, so they can see us at any point in time. But it also just makes me believe that more of that glass right there that you see was probably thrown across the fence back in like the 70s and 80s. That's exactly what it looks like. I just missed one, man. What the heck? I just stepped right over this thing. Never even saw it. Where's my mind at today? There's the fully intact Coke bottle right there, and I stepped right on it. Well, because I was too busy looking over here. Look what I just found. Wait, hold on. Enough said, fellas. Enough said. All right, here we go. Nature's guiding us in the right direction. I see some grass up in here where I found that large shard. And someone just blew past my ear, a bug, going in this direction. They're trying to guide me back to it. They want us to have it so bad. It's almost like they already got my mind, within my mindset, because I already designed what I want to do with it. And they think that's a good idea. Heck is going on out here? The heck is that thing? Did I miss something out here? There's a large white thing sitting up in here I never saw. Don't tell me that's the sheriff. It looks like a windshield. Oh, well, apparently I am the only one out here. Hello. The only human, that is. There's something out here going on. There's like a whole lot of birds out here surrounding us. There's a deer right here. Is that a kitchen sink? How did I miss that? I was down here earlier. Don't tell me there's a kitchen sink out here. Maybe it's an oven, the front of an oven. I already covered this location. No, man, this is impossible. What kind of time trip is this? You guys out there, you're going to say, Da Vinci, you tripping. What you tripping on, man? All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 deer. 5 deer right here. Don't worry about me, little guys. I'm just trying to make cool discoveries in your little habitat out here. Beautiful, look at that. Welcome to fall. Taking reference pictures. Oh, they have a whole slew of stuff out here. Let's go and take a look at what I missed when I was already down here earlier. There's no way. There's no way. Ain't no way. I missed something this large out here. Heck yeah, I missed it. You're gonna say, Da Vinci, you slipping. You slipping for real. Hello. Look, you're looking right at me. They're camouflage. Cute. They're probably screaming at me. With their soul, their spirit, they're probably saying, get this crap out of here. But guys, come on, metal is nature. Metal is nature. More washing machines, man. What is it? Well, this is like the 5th washing machine out here. 4th and the 5th one. What is it about trashing washing machines? Haven't you ever heard of dropping it off into recycling? Oh, this one's newer. See, there's always that thing that people talk about when it comes to things like this, you know? It took a lot for someone to drive out here in a 4-wheeler or whatever and take all that time and energy to dump this metal out here. And there's always that saying, if they put that amount of energy just taking it to the rightful spot, this would never happen. Everything will be good. Ain't that the honest to God truth? Well, it is kind of an eyesore, but it's really not that bad. Because metal is nature. They eventually take it back. I don't know, fellas, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, what do you think? You think I should recover this thing for art? Like some kind of wall pocket for some fake plants on the wall? Goes on a nice piece of wood or something like that. Spray paint it. Cover the edges with a different color so it stands out. Would it be museum quality later? It's not totally flat though. But I mean, I can make it work. It's not that artistic on this side though. Man, it's going to take a lot to get that thing back. Let me think about it. But I know where there's more out here. Ain't nothing like having fun when it comes to art class. Different kind of studio out here. You're saying, oh no, what is he up to now? I'm trying to put something together out here. I know you're saying you should be trying to get it out. Take that joker to new recycling for $1.19 and burn more in gas than, that doesn't matter. Trying to consolidate it out here into one single art piece. Got to get the muscles ready. Ooh, look at that piece. Mechanical engineering at its best. What a boring job. It is. Mechanical engineering is so boring, man. And I thought mechanical engineering was going to be like off the chain, real exciting. Never know how boring it is when you sit in front of a computer for hours on end, designing one little tiny component, doing all those little tiny intricate calculations to see if something can handle a load or not. Every piece of plastic, everything that has a purpose in a piece of machinery. Hold on. Hey, I just noticed something. Every time we come across stuff like this in nature, there's always what? Bullet holes. First person to move this thing. Now sun shall shine. Never mind. There's bullet holes in it, all right. I just didn't look. There's one right there. It was covered up in leaves. It's not that light though, but I'm thinking about something. Maybe I shouldn't be moving it like this, but I have to continue my duties as an artist in heaven. What is wrong with me? Man. Yeah, but it made me think about this, Everything I end up doing develops into something else later, and I'm not ready for it though. When is the only time? Well, when you're a single man and you don't ask for anybody to help you. But when is the only time that you move a washing machine? Basically, most of the time. When is the only time that you move a washing machine? When you move from one place to another. Man, I'm hoping this is not a sign. Let's hope I'm not designing what I'm going to have to do in the next 6 or 8 months when my lease runs out, man. Moving a washing machine by myself again. Maybe they're just trying to get to me and tell me that this is my home out here also. You don't always have to live in a shelter to have a home. Planet Earth is our home. And I'm moving the washing machine within it. My home of planet Earth. Got to put a spiritual swing on everything. Not even close to being done. You never know what hides under the leaves, especially this time of year. Barely even saw it. Just part of the machine itself. light shall shine again. Allow life to continue out here. Ooh, look at that piece. No, I'm not done. Things like this take time. But you know, it really doesn't matter that much, because before you know it, someone's going to discover this in like the next couple of months and they're just going to knock it over. That's what humans do when they see something. They like to knock things over. At least I'm doing something constructive. No, I'm not done. This Joker's taking forever to try to design. What the heck am I trying to design anyway? I don't know. I'm just throwing things together. I mean, look at that effect right there, man. Look at that. Within that geometry right there. You guys saying Da Vinci sound like you're having a good time. Kind of. I mean, I have nothing better to do today. I mean, it's not like we can go historical hunting. Hasn't been raining too hard lately. Everything's backed up with leaves, as you probably already know. Interesting. I try to do the most interesting things that I can try to do. That's not violence or something. Got the dryer down here. 2 washing machines on top. This Joker right here took forever to get up in here. Thing weighs about 65, 75 pounds. Had to lift this thing up. What the heck do I do, man? You guys probably saying we want to know the same thing. Oh, dang. This Joker took forever. Sculpture in heaven. Boy, do I ever miss doing this kind of thing right here, man. A different kind of upcycle. A different kind of recycle. And what a shame. People are just going to come by. Whoever spots it from a distance, they're just going to come by and knock it over. So I better document my progress. My art in heaven. Something I used to do a very long time ago every time I came across a stash. Instantly make art. My art installations in just random locations. Man, it took forever. Had to try different pieces in different locations to try to get the balance right. A different kind of balance. I try to design it where you can see pieces are moving. Well, I kind of try to design it where it can work with the wind. You know, possibly make some banging noises, but not too loud. Kind of like Depeche Mode. We got Depeche Mode up in here in the form of a sculpture in a heavenly spot. Now I feel accomplished. Screw the Coke bottles. Man. Got to get them pictures in when the sun is out. Every angle. Abstract. About 8.5 tall, almost 9 feet. You're gonna say it looks like it's leaning a little bit. Well, it kind of is. I had to put some reinforcement on the bottom left because we had some structural failure within one of the components. Stands out like a sore thumb. I love it when people notice stuff like this. Whenever you find something like this out in the middle of the woods, you should know who did it by now.